Before we jump into the video, just want to let you know that my code ESPRESSO is 30% off over at gfuel.com for nearly the entire month. If you're looking for a good stocking stuffer, check out any of the tubs, starter packs, shakers, and all, and save big time on the longest lasting 30% discount I've had. Check it out if you're interested, link in the description below. The past couple of years here on the channel, we've done a series called The Things to Look Out For this week, in which whatever game we were talking about at that point, we tried to give as much insight as for the coming week as we possibly could. Last week, Season 1 kicked off for Modern Warfare, and unlike these years in the past, everything dropped all at one time. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC all got the content all at the same time, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. But now that we're 1 week into it, is there anything we can expect here coming this week? Is there anything that we may be able to expect in the next couple of days that may prove worthwhile and things that we should look out for? As we're going to cover here today in this one, we'll talk about 7 larger things with this. But that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Is there anything in particular that you guys are looking forward to here out of this upcoming week? And as well, if you are new to the channel, maybe considering that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare on a daily basis. But anyways, let's get into it. If you followed Modern Warfare at all since the beginning of the year, we seem to be on this sort of 2-week rotation where launch happened, 2 weeks later we got new maps, 2 weeks after that we got new Spec Ops missions, and then 2 weeks after that we got, of course, DLC 1 or Season 1 within Modern Warfare. We're now in that sort of odd week out where next week is probably going to be when we see a larger drop of some sorts in terms of content, whether that be Spec Ops, whether that be a new Ground War map, whether that be a new 2v2 map, or maybe even a new 6v6 map, but there's still a decent amount of stuff we can look forward to. The first thing that you want to look out for is something that if you like exclusive loot, today is actually the last chance that you have to get some exclusive Twitch rewards by watching certain Call of Duty partners on Twitch. Admittedly, I'm not entirely sure how exclusive this actually is, if it's only the larger channels like the people that will occasionally stream Call of Duty like Courage or Tim the Tap Man, but if you end up going to a stream on Twitch and you see that they have drops enabled, you can simply just either watch them with your full attention or just tab out and have it be something that just counts in the background, to which if you have your Call of Duty account linked with your Twitch account, very similar to how we've seen Twitch Prime drops happen in the past, this will credit your account with certain loot the longer you watch this said stream. So if you're interested in that, definitely give it a go, and of course get a Call of Duty account. If you've played Modern Warfare, you have one more than likely. Link and relink it to your Twitch account, and then of course just simply find a stream, watch, and earn. This is something you may have taken part in already, whether knowing about it or not. It's been something that's been going on for the past week, but if you end up watching 1 hour of a stream, you can earn 30 minutes of double XP, 2 hours will earn you the Wings of Valor emblem, 3 hours will earn you the Best in Class spray, and then 4 hours, the max reward will earn you the hand cannon animated calling card. Again, today's the final day though, so if you're interested, take advantage of that. The next thing happening tomorrow will be the first time that the featured section in the shop actually refreshes in Modern Warfare. We've had daily refreshes for the operators and identities, as well as the blueprint section, to which since the update, you would have seen the entire initial display panel refreshed by now if you haven't touched anything, but the featured tab hasn't been changed since its launch. This is something that will refresh weekly, starting with tomorrow being that first refresh. So if you're interested in any of those, the Huntsman, Viking Burial 2, Blue Steel, the Reaper, or the Unseen bundles, this is right now your last chance that you have for it. But of course, these will be on rotation, so I'd imagine they come back at some point throughout Season 1. And also, if you guys know how the shop works, if you buy a certain item, it will then replenish that feed selection with another one so that you always have 5 on display. And so that won't be something where if you buy one, it locks up and you don't get another. So you could technically see it come back if you end up buying one of these items, but we'll have to wait and see. Admittedly, I haven't bought into anything just yet for the shop, so this might be something that we see our first introduction of Nikto, the second operator we end up seeing with Season 1's content. He is available in the shop. I don't know if people have already gotten him, again, if that replenish system works, where if you bought everything from the featured section, you end up finding a bundle with Nikto in it. I don't know that off the top of my head, just because I haven't bought anything just yet, but with a refresh coming, we could very well see him coming as well. The third thing that I would expect to see here is somewhat of an update, whether that be a hotfix or an actual title update. I'd expect one coming along this week. Full transparency, I am pre-recording this video as the time of you watching this. I'm in Texas with some of the guys from Carnage, so I'm not currently at my PC making this the day of, so it very well could be possible where my timing is always impeccable and an update actually drops before this, in which case, well, I'm going to count this prediction as a win a couple of days early, but if not, it is something that I would definitely still expect to come sometime throughout the week. Maybe possibly tomorrow. Tuesdays are, of course, a primary update day for Call of Duty and the entire franchise. Thursdays and Fridays have actually gotten some popularity and some love as of this title as well, so that's possible. But we talked about over the weekend a bunch of bugs and a bunch of things that need fixes on top of what may add in some more content even, which we'll get to in a second as for this week. So with it being something that we do have some stuff we're anticipating, whether again a hotfix or an actual title update, I would expect something that changes out in some capacity to be coming as of this week. So keep an eye out for that one. Maybe have your download speeds ready and maybe get some time set aside so that you can get ready to download, and if you're on PlayStation 4, copy any said update that may be happening. After that though, the things that I want to talk about really come down to speculation and aren't entirely confirmed, but are more so things that are kind of contingent on an update happening. But while they're contingent on an update, again, that's something that I would definitely expect to happen this week, but it is something that is also likely in its own right in some regard. First thing of this being a new playlist refreshes. We've seen a bunch of different game modes added in and already teased throughout what we've seen with Season 1. We had, of course, Infected, Reinforce, and Gunfight OSP on the Season 1 promotional artwork, but we also saw that things like Grind and Capture the Flag were in the game files and added actually in the leaderboards, and also are available in custom games right now. So while we have plenty of time, we still have 50 some days and change left on the season. While we might have some time where maybe we get a playlist update every 2 weeks, I'm also partially not expecting that to happen. I'm expecting something to come at least once a week here perhaps. And with it being something that may be lesser known, maybe Gunfight OSP is that one that makes its way over into the game as of, well, tomorrow, and an update that may be happening. Or maybe it is something that we get Infected, maybe we get Grind, maybe we get Capture the Flag, maybe we get one of those as a new game mode and we'll be able to play that in its own separate playlist right on the home tab. Now, if I were to guess, if something say like Shoot House 24/7 gets removed for another map 24/7, I don't know about that one. I don't know if you guys saw it too much, but Shoot House was actually brought back because the community was like, wait, Shoot House 24/7 is way better than Crash 24/7, and also nobody ever asked for Shoot House 24/7 to be removed. If anything, add them both in at the same time. So that was actually brought back. I don't know if it will be taken out for the immediate future, but it is something that a playlist update and a playlist refresh is definitely something that is likely to happen. One thing that I'm curious to see if it will happen or not, because I do think that more so it may be likely to happen next week, but if there is an update, if there is so much stuff on tap that they're filling out even more quickly than 2 weeks, is I'm wondering if we end up seeing one of the other maps of Vacant or Shipment added in into MP, or maybe another Spec Ops mission added in as well. Something that maybe come Friday, we do see another drop, because while it was something as of last Tuesday, we had the update for Season 1, it's about a week and a half then at that point, where 2 weeks is close, but we're not actually at that 2-week mark. We're just slightly before it. So it could fall in line. It could not. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm definitely curious to see if it kind of breaks the mold from what we saw with 2 weeks, because Season 1's content drop wasn't quite 2 weeks after the content drop before that. So I guess we'll wait and see if it gets back to a normal Friday, or if Tuesday stays the normal day as of next week. But anyways, outside of that, the second to last thing I want to talk about is that of the potential for data mined content. As it stands right now, as the time of recording this on Friday, it is something where nothing's really been leaked from Season 1's updates. We've had 2 updates, 1.10 and 1.11, that are actual title updates and have the potential to add in more stuff in the back end, in the game files and the assets there. And with nothing being data mined for a couple of days now, and by the time of this going live, about a week now, it's almost too quiet. A lot of stuff usually comes out with every single update, some things coming up in the season, some things maybe even pointing to next season, new maps, new modes. Nothing's come about it just yet, so I'm wondering if this week is when we see something crack, or whenever we see some more things drop out of information pulled from the game files. 7 days is a lot of time to work with, so it's possible, but again, sheer speculation on that one. And the final thing I want to talk about is just simply hopefully some clarity on the Battle Pass mechanics. We talked about, I think yesterday I have it scheduled, that there is a big problem with how the Battle Pass works, where on official levels, we've seen that it takes into account time played, XP, and challenges, and the way that it's worded almost makes it seem like it's all equal weight, that it's 33% time played, 33% XP, and 33% challenges, so that if you do all of this, you kind of breeze through the Battle Pass. But it really doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like only right now, time played is the main factor, and XP and challenges kind of mean nothing to the progression in the battle pass. So I'm hoping that there's some clarity here in the next week on either that or some other things the community may be having some issues with within Modern Warfare. Again, I called for it yesterday. I just want some clarity. I just want some communication, and hopefully we get some of that here with this week. If there is an update that goes live, maybe some of that is addressed with the patch notes that go out with it, but we'll have to wait and see. But all that said and out of the way, that is the 7 things here to look out for this week within Modern Warfare. So let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Is there anything in particular that you guys agree with, disagree with, would like to add to this list, maybe take away, whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare. If you guys want to get connected with me outside of YouTube a little bit further, Twitter and Instagram are the best places to do so. Practically live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. Well, let's send out of the way. Thank you guys all so much for watching. My name is Mr.Bullethole. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.